You may not want him, but he wants to play for the Eagles. And I love when guys want to play for us. Still stinks. You everybody doing? King back here. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you're doing well. Me, I am pumped. I'm ecstatic. I'm flipping because the report that just came out about Jadeveon Clowney preferring to play for either the Eagles or the Seahawks. I love that kind of stuff. I love hearing guys want to play for my team. They want to be an Eagle. Okay, so this pumps me up. This gets me hyped. Now, this comes out from a reputable source, Aaron Wilson of the Houston Chronicle. He is saying that Jadeveon Clowney prefers to play with the Eagles or the Seattle Seahawks. Now, to me, if this is true and he really wants to play for your team, if I'm Howie Roseman, if I'm the Eagles, I have to try to do it. I have to try to bring this guy in, okay? My goal would be, if I was Howie Roseman, I would try to get him in for at least 1 year, okay? Let's just get him in. Let's bring him in this year, and we'll figure out the long-term deal or whatever later on. Because the fact of the matter is, he's franchise tagged. The date for him to sign an extension has passed, so he can only come in, sign his franchise tag, and play for that year. You'll have to work out a long-term deal later. Figure it out later. Bring him in for at least 1 year. Let's bring him in, and this defensive line, this defense, in my opinion, would go to the next level. Go to the next level with Jadeveon Clowney. I'm pumped. I can't help it. I want Jadeveon Clowney. I've made no bones about it. I would love to have him. I think he would take us. I think he takes us to a Super Bowl level, which I think we could already be without him, but I think with him, we could really get there. Now, there are other interested parties, very interested parties in Jadeveon Clowney, and I would have to say right now, the front runner to land him sounds like it's the Miami Dolphins, okay? Apparently, Jadeveon Clowney met with the staff already. They have Tunsil, they have Stills that they could trade and package in a deal to get him. Now, the whole thing about him going to Philly or Seattle could be employed by Houston Texans to drive up the price for Clowney from Miami. So they could be trying to get the most they can out of Miami, put this out there about the Eagles in Seattle. All of a sudden, Miami's going to offer more than they normally would have. So we have to watch out because that is a distinct possibility. And I think Miami has shown the most interest in Jadeveon Clowney. We haven't heard any real reports. We've heard some things, but not anything from anybody like we know. No Ian Rappaport or anybody like that has come out and said the Eagles are strong after Jadeveon Clowney. But this report today by Aaron Wilson is a legitimate report that he wants to play for the Eagles. And like I said, a guy of his talent, his age, I think you have to go for it, especially in a year like this where you're really trying to win right now. You got to go for it. Go out and get the guy. Go get him. Let's get Jadeveon Clowney. Woo, I want him. Ooh, I want Jadeveon Clowney. Now, what do you give up for him? That's a great question. I would be willing to go Big V, Josh Sweat, maybe a third-round pick, maybe a second-round pick. I would give that much up because I think that adding Jadeveon Clowney to this defensive line would be such a big deal. He's such a disruptive force that I think you have to take a chance. So you can pay him for 1 year, so we have the money to pay him this year. The question is going to be all about, can we afford him 2 years down the road? Can we afford to sign him to a big deal, a long-term deal? That I don't know. Howie Roseman, he's going to have to figure it out. I trust him to do that. But just for a guy of his talent to want to come in and play with us this year, I say let's roll the dice. Let's roll the dice. Let's go get Jadeveon Clowney. But we'll have to see what happens here. I think that the Jadeveon Clowney trade is going to happen in the next few days. It could be Miami. I still think they're the front runner. I still think most likely it's not going to happen. He comes to Philly, but hey, it's out there that he wants to play for the Eagles. Let's hope that that's true. Let's hope that Howie Roseman jumps on this and we acquire a guy who, in my opinion, is one of the better defensive ends in the National Football League. That would be unbelievable. Now, some other things I want to talk about real quick. Desean Jackson today broke his finger. He broke his finger. A little bit of a scare for the Eagles. They think he's going to be fine. They think he's going to be able to start. It was his left hand, his left ring finger. So he should be okay. He should be good to go week 1 versus the Redskins. But, you hope this doesn't hurt him in the game, whatever. It's not going to take away his speed. It's not going to take away his deep threat ability. And to me, that's what's most important. But Desean Jackson got hurt today. And, hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Now, Casey Keenum, or Casey Stinkum, as I like to say, because he stinks, is going to start for the Redskins. I knew that was going to happen. Bring it. Bring him. He stinks. He ain't coming to Philly and beating the Eagles. This is automatically almost 1-0. I do not sweat Casey Stinkum. I think he stinks, and he wants revenge because the Eagles beat him in the NFC Championship game. You know why the Eagles beat him in the NFC Championship game? Because he stinks. That's why. That's why all year when everybody was like, "Aren't you worried about Minnesota?" I was like, "No, not with Casey Stinkum. We can't lose to him." So he's going to be starting against the Eagles. And I have no problem with this at all. No problem with this at all. My thoughts are on Jadeveon Clowney. I'm all in on Jadeveon Clowney. I'm refreshing every 10 seconds. I'm looking everywhere I can. That's where my heart is. I want Jadeveon Clowney to come to the Eagles. I do. And, you're going to have to tell me what you think. I know some people don't want him. I understand it. It's a lot to pay. Me, I'll take the chance. I will take the risk of bringing him in for this year and having him eventually sign a long-term deal. I trust Howie to figure it out. I really do. But it's going to be interesting. Now, we got the 4th preseason game this week. Don't expect any starters. Don't expect many people to play. It's going to be a lot of roster battles and 4th defensive end spot, and we'll get into that in the preview video for the 4th preseason game tomorrow. With that said, I'm going to let you go. Tell me what you think about Jadeveon Clowney. I want to know. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.